like the WWE intro? No pyrotechnics, sorry about that. Now, recently the biggest conversation online has been about Twitter, Elon Musk's acquisition, Kanye West naming him, doing the bit, and really what this is going to mean for speech online as a whole. You know, some of us are hopeful that it's going to be like 2016, 2017 again. You know, we're back. I don't think it's going to quite be like that, but, you know, we should be hopeful. You know, some people are like eternally gloomy, you know, gloom and doom. Oh, it's just going to be worse. This is a trick. We also don't know that. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Regardless, like whatever happens, we need to just take what we can get from these platforms and just focus on growth. You know, we'll make accounts, they'll get banned. Who cares? Do it again. Like, we keep reaching people. There's no reason not to do that. I always find it funny that people, like, they take it really personal when they get an account banned. It's like, you know who we are. Like, it's going to happen. Just don't even, it's not a big deal. But the main barrier to speech, though, as always, unsurprisingly, is the ADL. It's our very, very favorite org. One of them, anyway. Now, put this into perspective, though. Elon Musk, richest guy in the world, #1. There's nobody like Batman tier, you know, super rich. But when Jonathan Greenblatt comes calling, he has to answer the call. He has to do the meeting, the censorship meeting, you know. Greenblatt picks some team. It's all like NAACP, like handpicked ADL guys. And you know, Elon, he agreed to do the thing. You know, they laid out some of the stuff that they were going to do. And about a day or so, maybe 2 days after that, they still tried to do a massive advertiser walkout for Twitter. So think about that. The richest man in the world comes to the table with the ADL. He says, "Yes, Mr. Greenblatt, please don't bully. I'll do what you say." And then they still try to force his hand because they just don't want this. They do not want even the idea that speech will be free on the internet. It's a good attempt. So they posted this massive thread, you know, detailing all the issues, all the threats on Twitter. This effort post. And just below Kanye West, you know, one of the richest guys in the world, well, not the richest guys in the world, but one of the like biggest celebrities in the world. Guess who they listed? The National Justice Party. According to them, and you know, we're one of the main reasons the advertisers have to leave. They can't be part of this. You know, they said that we were, and this is a quote, an anti-Semitic group continuing to organize and share white nationalist propaganda. Yeah. Now, yes, I would say. Now, just because that's true doesn't mean they need to say it and be all negative about it, okay? It's so rude. Now, seriously though, think about this. The next time, because you hear this stuff online, like, oh, well, what are they doing really, you know? Well, according to the people that really hold the levers of power, we matter quite a bit. It's enough to cost Twitter and the richest man in the world millions of dollars in advertisers fling. So just really, like, understand, like, that matters. And we were able to do it just by existing, you know? I use my Twitter half the time to post jokes, and that was even enough for them to be just flummoxed. They can't handle it. And it's really funny with the Kanye West stuff, like how cynical the response the Jews and the ADL have had. Because, you know, they're pro-black, they're pro-brown, they're pro, you know, whatever that isn't us. Until the golem that they created, you know, kind of turns on them, starts to look back in their direction and realize what's actually up. And it's funny because if Kanye West had gone DEFCON 3 on white people, I don't think there would have been a peep. Hell, maybe more advertisers would have come in, who knows? If Kyrie Irving, you know, the basketball guy, if he had shared a film from like, what is that, the 1619 curriculum or program, whatever that is, or like the weird, like torture atrocity movies like Rust and Amistad, all that they produce regularly, you know, he would have received praise. And it would have been, oh, wow, Kyrie, he's bringing out the tough questions. We're having the conversation, you know? As though that doesn't happen all the time, anyhow. It was some movie about like Jews and slavery. It was something about the slave ships and all that. I didn't watch it. It doesn't look like a movie for me, and I probably know most of the info in there anyhow. But I'm willing to bet it's actually a lot more true than the blood libel atrocity films that they make about us year after year after year. Like I said, the Amistads, the Schindler's List, the cartoon villain movies. Nobody ever wants to dispute those. But the situation that Jews are in at the moment is really fundamentally the opposite of what they want. They never want to be forced out in the open and show their hand, show that hard power. They don't like to emerge from like the smoke-filled back rooms that they claim don't exist. They don't like to leave their Zoom calls where they get caught. Well, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep it PG-13, but don't Google Jeffrey Toobin. Don't do it. They don't like to have to be open. Like their whole thing is they operate sort of in the background, and they try to make it appear as though these things are just naturally emerging. They're obviously not. You don't have organizations like AIPAC, like the ADL, ZOA, like all of these organizations working for a foreign government. This isn't like a normal emergent thing. This is them doing this to us, So, the ADL, they want to make Twitter bleed millions more dollars, which is a ballsy thing to do, to come to the table with the owner and then just totally try to dunk on them the next day. But they want to make them bleed more and more money until they actually bend the knee and go back to their standard amount of censorship. And this is another thing to prove that they're a very powerless, innocent, weak minority, and nobody should bully them. They work to get Kanye West, like I said, one of the wealthiest, most popular celebrities in the world. They got him debanked, helped to ruin one of his deals with Adidas. His promoters canceled a bunch of his sold-out shows that were coming up. And see, that's the thing. A lot of people, you'll hear this in the alt-right, they like to make it about they're just in it for the money. That's all it is. It's greed. It's the elites. Really? Because they're losing money doing this, but they're willing to do it because they value stuff more than money, and that's censorship. They value power and control far more than they value the dollars. So they're also, I just mentioned him, Kyrie Irving, they're extorting this guy. He had to give $500,000 personally to anti-hate groups, which just means the ADL. The actual team that he plays for, the Brooklyn Nets, they gave $500,000, again, likely to the ADL. And then guess what? He still has to meet with their representatives, and he still got suspended from however many games. So, when this happens, if they ever come calling for you, don't apologize, don't give them money. Never, ever, back down from your point, because they don't care. The thing with them is once you broach it, that's it for you. They've got you now. So you might as well not apologize. Actually, the right thing to do is what we do, or say even Kanye West, just say, no, I'm just right though, what's up? Then just move on. Now, in any other situation, organizations like the ADL, AIPAC, and ZOA would be considered like a mafia or a foreign agent. And they'd be subject to things like RICO charges. They're a criminal organization extorting people. How is this permitted to exist? Well, that's completely rhetorical. I know why it's permitted to exist, but if this was like any other country doing this, years and years of the Russia stuff, say there were multiple Russian organizations censoring speech, demanding that you pay them a tithe, you buy indulgences because you cross them slightly, and then they still get you canned from your job. People would start asking questions, But with this one, it's all good. We're just gonna let that slide. Congress isn't interested, nobody cares, huh? Yeah. For example, say we did this. Say, one of our guys got hassled at a job, and we, threatened to make them lose money or do anything like that. Oh man, you can't even believe how quick the feds would crack down. Come on. Now, it's unclear what Elon's intentions really are for Twitter. If he wants to create a broader, free speech-oriented website, that could be. I think it'll be a safer place for people like Steven Crowder and Glenn Beck probably less so us, but we'll see. Now he has the option though. because all you'd have to do is get rid of the gays, the Jews, and in some cases the gay Jews that are controlling the censorship board, which apparently that one guy stepped down. Was it Yale Roth or something? Woo! Yes. Who would have thought that a literal gay married Jew would not want us on his platform? Isn't that crazy? Now it could remain the same. It could remain a somewhat useless left-wing echo chamber, but things are already sort of starting to shift. We'll see. Maybe the $8 a month or whatever, maybe advertisers will leave. It'll be a little bit more open because they don't need them. Who knows? We'll see. But there's even been a few articles. I should have included the link so people could have looked it up, but I didn't. And it sort of seems like a lot of high finance is like considering maybe tanking the stock and just crashing the whole thing. And they're more than willing to do that if they don't have their way. And you know this about them. If they get crossed a little bit, if somebody gets in their way, they try to burn it all down. And we'll see what happens. But I don't know, it's up in the air. The thing is any of these platforms, don't ever count on them being around. Just take what's given to you. Like I said earlier, make new accounts. Just keep going, keep pushing. Why not? You have nothing to lose. Just do the thing. And the real takeaway also is every time our rights are denied by the state, by the Jews that run it, just think that they have to do it, because they really do. They have to censor us because we're effective. That's very obvious. The only thing they can actually do is try to slow us down at this point. I think they kind of know it. Every tattletale journalist and systems shill would absolutely kill to have the reach that we do. And that's not a lie. Real reach, not botted stuff, not, they've censored everybody else on, YouTube, so they're the only ones. Real reach, real people. How many people do you think you get in a room to see a SPLC journalist speak?
Zero.
Probably between 0 to the other rioters on staff, however many that is. Not a good showing. Now, most of us on the council, we were actually on there for, what did we have, a week? 4 days? Yeah. I think mine was 6 or 7 days. I had a good run. But in that time, if you combine all of our impressions on there, you can look at the stats, we had millions of interactions with people. Millions of people saw our stuff. In a week. Not quite 6 million, not quite 6 million interactions, but we were really close. Might as well have been. The way they're acting, it might as well have been. On mine alone, it was just over 1 million, and that's one account, Now, any of us can be that effective, and it's almost effortless for us. When you're in this movement, a lot of us are a lot smarter, a lot funnier than the average person on the street, the people that just don't care. And again, that's why they have to do it. You can't keep people like us on a platform and expect things not to change. So they can't allow it. Now, if everyone here in this room were to do the same thing, say we all did it once, just made an account and started pushing, imagine how much reach we'd have. And people always say, it wasn't everybody, there wasn't enough people, but say, okay, who cares? Say, between this group, one day we all shared something, we had 1 million interactions. Say 10% of those people joined the cause. That matters. That matters a lot, and that's why they can't let us on. The one thing you can count on is that they're going to continue to try to make it hard, and they're going to platform us, they're going to debank us. It's the whole thing. We're used to it, and we're prepared for it, and that's fine. But they know that the dam is about to burst. And I was reading a couple articles. There's been a few of these recently, asking, is it about time, should we start thinking, is it time for us to leave America? Yeah! And all I'll say about it is basically, if you have to ask, it's probably a lot sooner than what you think, okay? Thank you.